Today is the day.
I was just thinking about it. We've been having way too much negative thoughts. We need to channel that positive hunting attitude.
Yes,
PHA.
A little PHA. So, I mean, I had hot coffee this morning because what I've been doing on this trip, so that Chris doesn't yell at me for taking too long in the mornings, is I'm not having hot breakfast and just having some ammo, some Mountain Ops ammo, but instant coffee in that and just drinking it cold. Since we had time this morning, I had hot coffee, a little Black Rifle coffee, instant, delicious. Changed things up this year. It's kind of an important thing, actually. We had some really good success last year with, locating animals because of it. And the trick is the flavored chapstick. Last year it was fresh cherry. This year I've got a mixture of things, and today a little sweet watermelon. You put a little of this on, take this stuff, take the cap off, put a little bit on your lips. You gotta purse your lips though. You slide it on there, and you got. The goal is that you smell so sweet, like them big old bulls come on in when I give you a kiss. But in all seriousness, wow, as serious as I can be on any given day, positive hunting attitude, Yeah. We're gonna walk this same trail that we walked last night, because it can be different from, one night to the next morning. Things can be different.
No wind today.
There's no wind today. The moon's still killing us. I mean, the moon still is up right now, coming off the full moon from Monday. But we're hoping that, cause we've seen a lot of deer in the mornings. We haven't seen anything with antlers, but we're hoping that we see some deer this morning. Steve and I don't have deer tags, but Chris does. Maybe we can get in on a bull or some cow elk or whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, for us, any elk is legal. So, and the first one that steps out is gonna legally go into my cooler. So, yeah, we'll walk down here and see what we see.
What's happening?
I don't think elk exist. I think they're a mythical being. We've been just kind of taking our time walking our way back in here. We walked a little farther than we did yesterday back on this point. Nothing. We haven't seen any deer. We've been cow calling a couple bugles. We're trying to go easy on the bugles and just kind of a few cow calls here and there. But the only thing that's responding are the moo cows, and they're not in season, so it won't work out so well. So a little frustrated. I think we're gonna look at the Onyx, try and hike back out to off this little spur that we're on to the main 2-track. Follow back up around a little farther than we went yesterday, and cross country it up Mount Everest to another 2-track and bring that back down to the truck, and then regroup. I mean, at this point the only thing we can do is pick a spot on the map and go to it. But we'll go back to the truck, pack up camp, and bounce somewhere else. No sense in sitting here just wander around aimlessly.
We cut 1 one set of fresh tracks.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Fresh-ish. I mean, throughout the night.
Yeah, something walked overnight, but I mean, if it's not going to respond, I mean, it could be a cow, it could be a lone bull. It looked like one, maybe two animals. It wasn't like with a bunch of them walking through on that track there. But and there's no fresh sign other than that. There's no fresh droppings. There's no fresh anything.
Yeah.
If they're here, it's small groups and they're not doing much and
they're holding tight.
Yeah, and they're silent. I mean, it could be the moon because we got such a bright full moon every night and it's up all night long. The moon is not ideal, that's for sure, but I mean, and that's not the end. It doesn't mean it shuts it off. Mm-hmm. But when getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, you'd think you'd hear something once in a while, and we haven't heard anything. So who knows? But we'll keep grinding it out. So here, take a little bit of a break, have a snack, and keep on walking. Map says there's elk over here. That's what the Onyx says. That's how good Onyx is. If you pay for the membership, it tells you exactly where they're at. There's little pins on here. You have to have a cheat code though.
Up, down, left, right, A, B, select.
Up, down, left, right, A, B, C, whatever, I don't know.
Well, we just spotted our first elk of the trip. Finally, doing it 2 days in, we got our first elk. Spot him on the other opposite hillside. Just through some gaps in the trees, they're moving kind of left and up. And my brother saw a cow, 2 cows. I saw a calf. So we're just trying to really pick apart this thick timber they're in and see if we can spot any more. They were moving. And then looking at Onyx and stuff and seeing how we can make a play on getting over there by them. But I would assume they're moving to beds. So it's 9:30. So, but got some milk. Finally saw some milk. There's no way. Onyx was right. Yeah. Onyx was right. There is no over here. Yeah. We're not smoking her. She just wants to move through the open areas quickly.
Well, made back to the truck. Good little 3.5, 4 hour jaunt. Saw those cows, and so that was good. At least we finally saw some elk, but they were pretty good little distance away. They were on the other side of the drainage that we were hiking, and but there's no way we could have made a move on. And they were moving somewhere, so it would have been difficult to try and get in on them from where we were. So we got back to the truck, packed up camp, got everything loaded up, and we're gonna swing back around the mountain. I think we might head over, so where those elk were headed, there's a road that comes up around the top. So I think we're gonna head that way. And there's a whole bunch of other road systems and little trails and stuff that are back there. So I think we're just gonna pick up here, move on the other side, and check, because we'll be able to check some other drainages over there on the other side. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We looked at the map and took a look, and it's just, we're not getting any responses. We're not really getting any kind of anything other than seeing. We didn't even see deer last night or this morning. Thought for sure this morning we would see some deer based off of what we've seen in the mornings just driving. So I think it's just a matter of just pick a spot and go to it and hike around and do some calling and see what we see, and if we get a response back. But I mean, there's elk around. We saw a little bit of sign, not much. We're not really pleased with the sign that we're seeing. But so we just got to pick up and move until we can hopefully locate some animals that we can make a move on. But that's the way it goes. You just got to keep moving. No sense in sitting here trying to just grind it out. Not going to change anything. So we'll go see what we see. Stick around. Nothing, huh?
No, I'm just trying to see if I
pick one and climb up the side.
Well, or pick one, stand up feet, and just catch her cut through the trees in a tiny little gap.
Oh, here we go. Almost noon. Let's go see what we can find. We'll at least find some sign, maybe find some bedded or something, glass them up. Just ran a couple guys. They're gonna check this other side over here. They're having about as much luck as us.
Yeah.
So one guy got bull, raghorn,
Opening
weekend, he said, but
3.5 weeks ago.
Yeah. But yeah, he said they've been grinding out trying to find one for the other guy. So we're not the only ones. Just tough hunting. We'll keep doing it.
What's up?
These pants make my butt look good, don't they?
That's what Steph says about mine.
Hey man, Jessica doesn't say that about mine.
I guess it's not true then. Has she seen you in pants?
Yeah. Well, back up we go.
It only took us like an hour.
Yeah, we're going slow.
Huh?
We're going pretty slow. Going slow, we're going back up.
Take longer.
Right there.
Touching the tree.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's a rub. I think it's just a car drove over it.
Well, it's still a rub. It's a car rub.
Yeah, we've only been going for 40 minutes.
But she's got food.
Maybe it's a ram rub. It's better than a Chevy rub. Oh. He's gonna get a rangefinder.
That big tree's 52. See him?
Yep.
Just let him walk. You should have just shot him. Come.
Shot me back, didn't I? That's what I get.
I was curious of why you drew so early.
I was just trying to be set ready for it.
Well, he had no idea that we were around. He was just cruising.
I rushed it.
Yeah.
Well, I went to 50, and then didn't have time to freaking come down and readjust it, and I should have just waited. I completely rushed that.
Yeah, I did. I was hoping.
I should have, because he would have probably came right here.
Yeah, he was working all the way to this hillside. He
Right
would
side
have.
of us.
That's what I thought you saw him. Like he was either gonna drop down this road or he just continuing on the side hill.
I just rushed.
Yeah,
I got my heart
my
going.
heart got going. That's the first bear I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's.
But I had a
That's
I had a good shot right there.
Oh, you had a perfect shot. I had a perfect shot.
I had a perfect shot. He came and stopped, and I centered my pins up, and then he turned,
Yeah.
and had his butt.
Well, yeah, because I had a perfect shot right through this gap right here, but I just dropped my pins down. So yeah, right up there. I'm gonna walk up.
Did you get him on camera?
Yeah.
But
I mean, I was watching it mostly. It's gonna be bouncy.
because I had it,
looked down
because
and
I had it
stopped.
at 50, so I was just trying to drop it down to one of the top pins, and I barely missed them. Did you see it? It looked like it went right over the top of them.
I think, if anything, it went over the top.
Well, it's now the second bear I've shot right over the top. I did it last
At
year.
30 yards, too.
At 30 yards.
You shot at a bear last year?
Yeah,
In Virginia. God, that bear was coming hard.
I know.
He was
Oh,
just,
there he goes. Cruising up that hillside.
Jeez, that was quick.
Right? That was real quick.
How high up?
He's midway up at these trees, and he's going to...
Oh. Damn, that was quick.
Real quick.
He still doesn't even know what scared him.
When he's turned around right here.
He came and looked
So, originally, he was coming.
right at us.
So he was coming like right at us. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna come down the road, like
That's what I
at
thought.
us.
I looked up, and I just see a bear coming straight at me. I'm like...
You know what you should have used? Your pistol.
I could have shot that bear right there with my freaking pistol. That's an easy shot with this thing. $30 with my 40.
What a day, though.
That's a dead bear.
What a day.
Well, let me go find my arrow. Is the taco truck up here? There better be tacos. I don't need tacos. Could be having bear tacos, didn't I?
I was just gonna say that, but too soon. Well, here we go. We're on our third road for the day. It's 3 o'clock. So,
Yeah, we had the opportunity on that bear, walked back to the truck, picked a spot on the map, drove to it, and then we're gonna walk this road. Looks like it kind of stays pretty level, goes out on this little top here. And
probably move to the top and then sit until almost dark, and walk it back out.
see what we see.
Yep. I mean, this is just the name of the game. Stick and move until you get one fired up. So, talked to another guy just now, and he said he hasn't been hearing anything fired up either. So, and he came from the other side of the unit.
Yeah.
So, but we did pass a camp that had an elk hanging, which is cool.
It's Friday night at the bar, midnight. Just trying to get one fired up.
Yep.
No?
Maybe.
Maybe? Yeah. Never worked for me either.
Alright, here we go.
Scooch this way. There you go. In the frame. Yep. Frame it. Okay.
Alright.
That's the outtakes.
So,
Mew,
today-
mew, mew.
yeah. So, it was a good day overall.
Yeah, it
I mean,
really...
We saw a group of cows.
Yep.
They just happened to be 300 yards away. And we did what we wanted to do. We we're just picking random roads on the map that look closed. Obviously, we don't know until we get there if they're closed or not.
Yeah.
But we're looking at roads that, you know, go with little ways and dead end.
And have trails that come off of them.
Have trails that come off of them and stuff. And so we're just kind of just hitting these roads and cow calling and bugling and just seeing what we can find and sign and trying to find the freshest sign we can find. And
We hiked 3 different trail systems
today.
for roughly 10 miles worth of hiking.
Yep.
And that's all I mean, we're at a point where we just have to cover ground.
Yeah.
And so we saw those elk, and then I had that opportunity on that bear that I screwed up. And I get it. Like, you know, after the fact, you know, armchair quarterback it a little bit. Like, I rushed. I didn't wait for the animal to come in and give me the shot that it was going to give me. And then I should have waited. He said 52 yards. I put my dial at 50. And the bear was coming at us. Even if I thought it was going to dip down in front of us and cut down the road, but even still, I should have just left it alone and used my 40 pin and then let it come in, because it was still coming in on an angle, so it got closer. And then when it cut, I would have been fine. And you know, and then I'm sure I had a little bit of target panic going on, just because I was amped up. You know,
We were all amped.
I mean, it was a nice,
It was a good looking bear.
nice bear. So, it is what it is. Lesson learned. Take your time.
Yep.
And then we just made a big move.
We made a pretty big move. We drove like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Just hopped on the hardball road, cruised way up here. And I mean, as the crow flies, we're only 10 or 15 miles probably from where we just were.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a pretty decent sized move. So we'll see what we can get into and try this spot. And then we got a spot that we passed actually coming up here that we might stop back at and go in tomorrow afternoon if this doesn't pan out to be anything up here.
Yeah. Got a good little hike tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we got a good route planned.
You know, it's kind of lower country than what we've been. But yeah, we'll give it a shot and see. Maybe we can get something striked up making this move. And so we'll get some good sleep tonight and hit it again tomorrow.
Sounds like everybody out here is frustrated. The few people we have talked to, they're just nobody's getting in anything, and everybody's evidently, or at the end of it, they're doing the same thing we're doing.
Yeah.
They're in their truck, they're just hitting roads and parking and hiking in and seeing what they can get into, and then come back out and do it again.
Yeah. That's where we're at. I mean,
So
you got to
awesome.
find them.
Yep, just bounce around until we find them.
Well, we're gonna get some chow in our bellies and then hang out and then hit the rack here once it gets dark.
Yup.
But it's been fun so far. Frustrating but fun at the same time. But
Yeah, it's only been 2.5 days.
yeah, you know, and it's just keep reminding ourselves we're here to have a good time, and let's just have a good time, enjoy this beautiful country, and you know, hopefully we can get another opportunity here soon.